electric guitarist, right? I mean, if you're not, what on earth are you doing watching this video? Anyway, one thing is true for all electric guitarists, and that is that we need an amp, or at least some form of amplification to make our guitar sound a bit louder than a mouse's hiccup. Now, it doesn't have to be an actual amp. I mean, we've seen some pretty decent results coming through from amp pedals, as well as headphone amps, such as Boss's Waza Air headphones, available now. But let's face it, having an actual amp in the room with a speaker inbuilt is the most organic way to play guitar, and it certainly feels the most comfortable, at least to me. We can get a massive amp head and a cab for maximum power and volume, but you'll probably piss off your entire street within the first few weeks of turning it on, and you'll probably break your back around halfway up the stairs of your local venue the first time you try and take it out gigging. They have their uses for sure, but they're not always ideal. Getting a combo is a nice option, but they're not exactly that much lighter. They're still normally pretty big and bulky, and they're still extremely loud, especially if they are valve-based. So portability and volume control are key here, especially if you're not playing Wembley Arena every night or have an army of buff roadies to carry everything for you. Okay, I'm not going to pretend that the product in this video is the first ever portable amp, but it's a new one, and it's the Boss Dual Cube LX. Coming from the company who have made some of the most popular small portable amps of all time, such as the Microcube and the Cube Street, which is every busker's favorite amp, they've just released this brand new one, and it might be their best yet. The Microcube was one of the most beloved portable amps on the market due to the philosophy of it just being super simple to plug in and play without any fuss. You can just turn it on and get a sound out of it instantly. They were so easy to use that they kind of made you a bit lazy. After playing them for a few months, you kind of realize how much effort it is to drag your big heavy combo out of your cupboard and turn it on and wait for the valves to cook up nicely just so you can get yourself a little bit of tone. So what's the new one got then? Well, it's got two 4-inch speakers to give you a wide stereo sound out of a small box. It has 8 amp sims on board, 27 memory presets, and a whole host of effects to colour up your sound and add a bit of seasoning, a bit of spice. It's got an onboard looper that I was using in the intro that you can attach a foot switch such as the Boss FS6 to and control the looping using your feet just like a regular loop pedal. You've got 90 seconds of record time in mono, 45 seconds in stereo, and it's a perfect tool for practicing, jamming, or just recording yourself and listening back and hearing how bad you sound. In addition to all of this, and a feature that's kind of important for something marketed as a portable amp, it's also battery powered. In addition to plugging it into the wall, you can also use batteries and take it wherever your inspiration strikes you the best. Even if that's still your bedroom, it means that you don't have to lean over your chest of drawers whilst all the blood rushes to your head trying to manipulate a 3-pin plug into a multi-socket in the dark. We've all been there. USB recording on board as an option just makes this amp even simpler to use than it already is. It makes it super quick and easy to lay down demos with the tones that you've already set up on board. Not only that, but the input and output options are so extensive. Do you want to plug in a phone and play along to a backing track on there? Well, you can do that. They've even chucked the cable in to do that for you. Don't want to plug in via a lead? Well, you can get the optional Bluetooth adapter and wirelessly stream Bluetooth audio into the amp. You can also use the Bluetooth adapter to control all of your tones via Boss's Tone Studio app, meaning that you can call upon presets, change all of the dials and everything just by using your phone or an iPad or whatever. Whether you're technologically minded or not, this amp has features that suit everyone. Another great feature to note is that the input is true stereo, meaning you can plug in stereo and you can select one of the options on the top for a stereo output that turns it into a complete flat response monitor. If you're a guitar processor user, then you've just found the perfect flat response active cab to use with your rig. There's no longer a need to funnel all of your beautiful stereo cab setups into a single mono effects loop return. You can hear your beautiful ping pong stereo delay the way God or the effect designer intended. Let's have a listen to these amps then and see what we think of the tones. Now I'm going to mic this up from the front as we normally do with the amps in here so you can hear how the speakers sound in the room, but in addition to this I'm also going to take the stereo output of the amp from the back and just go straight into an interface so you can hear how the onboard cab simulation sounds. So the cab sim sounds pretty good, right? Well, it should, because Boss literally invented guitar modeling back in the 90s, so they know a thing or two about it. Now this thing is built to last. I can guarantee you that when the world ends and humanity is extinct and all that's left are cockroaches, they'll all be playing their guitars through these dual cube LXs. Okay, maybe a slight overstatement there, but these things really are rugged. And for something that is designed to be thrown in the back of buses and cars, planes, trains and automobiles, that's really important. And yes, bass players, my bottom end pals, low end legends, there's something for you as well with the dual cube bass LX. On paper, it's pretty much the same as the guitar version. However, obviously all of the sounds on board have been designed to work with a bass rather than a guitar. The housing of the amp has been specifically designed from the ground up to withstand the kind of low-end bass frequencies that you're going to be getting with this amp. The input is mono, however it has stereo output and a load of stereo effects on board, and it also has XLR outputs in addition to jacks. Now, I'm not a bass player, but I hear you guys like that sort of thing. You get all of the same functionality, just built for bass. Oh, and in addition to that, on the bass one exclusively, you get 27 inbuilt rhythms and grooves for you to jam along to. Nice. Overall then, with these new cubes, Boss have built on a product that was already loved by all types of different guitarists at different skill levels for years and years. There is a reason that the Cube series has sold almost 2 million amps so far, and that's because they do the job so well for what they're needed for. And just look at them, they look so cool, and they'll make you look cooler as well. Not me though, I'm beyond help. So anyway, what do you guys think? Have you ever owned one of the Cubes in the past? What do you use to practice with at home? Do you think it should still be called a cube now that it's an oblong shape? Let us know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to see more things like this, and we will see you very soon.